Hi there guys, and welcome back to Clannad. I bet you wouldn't have known if I didn't tell you. Sometimes I wonder if that is the right approach to starting an episode, saying the game's name. But still better than people saying the name. And I'm not judging anyone here, you do what you think is right. And actually I know for a fact that in America they do that on TV, like, I'm John Smith, and you're watching CBS, Fox News, MSNBC right now. It's ridiculous, at least in my opinion. Like, I remember when in the main news show in Germany, they started saying, instead of "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen," they started "Good evening," to say "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen," to the main news, Tagesschau. But, you know, that's what it's called, but that doesn't help you really. I know, I felt like, why are you telling me I'm watching Tagesschau? I know I'm watching the Tagesschau. You don't need to tell me. Next you're gonna tell me your name. It's actually, I can see it in the bottom of the screen. I can read. Usually when I watch news, I can read. Usually, I mean, okay, there are some people who have, like, problems with reading. Who are like, what do you call that in English again? Dyslexic or something? Okay, fair enough. Maybe it's helping them. But still, like, does it even matter what your name is right now? I don't know, man. It's just so strange. And in Germany, you're just not used to it, I guess. So, random ramble over. Let's cut to the actual game here. God damn, I ramble a lot. Who knew? Last episode, we lost you, more or less. I wonder if he comes back up, but I guess not. Doesn't feel like it. Now that Tomoya is closer to Yukine, why should we bring the little boy back? Maybe for the finale or something. But I don't think for, like, the actual, more or less plot, you know. But we'll see. And did we do something else that was, like, kinda interesting? We lost you. We did lap pillow. Some goofy Sunohara humor. It wasn't funny. A bit was funny, but most of it wasn't. Yeah, I think that was it. Oh well. The sun has completely set, leaving only darkness outside the window. Leaning my back against the bed, I'm now sitting on the floor, facing Sunohara, who's kneeling with his back straight. Hey, idiot.
Hi.
It's all thanks to you that we have 3 whole days to sit around now. That is actually unfair. Why are you also suspended? Like, in this case, Tomoya really didn't do anything.
Hi.
I mean, he provoked him, okay. But it's not his fault that Sunohara flipped his shit. Yep. After the incident, we were taken to the teacher's room, where a 3-day suspension was bestowed upon us. Can I hit you once with full power?
あれ
With your cassette player.
勘弁してください
Jeez. I let out a sigh and look up at the ceiling. Well, whatever.
許してくれるの
Well, everyone has something they don't want to be called.
最初は冗談のつもりだったんだけどな
Huh?
乱れてみるとつい夢中になっちゃっていやー役にはまっちゃったね痛いグーで殴ったなパーでも痛いっすあー目が
I end the combo with my kung fu finger. Okay. Can I kick you
殴
now?
ってポコって刺してまだ足りないっすか
Obviously.
マジ勘弁してください
Sunohara bows so deeply his forehead is rubbing on the floor. I'm going home.
一緒に夜更かししないの
Being suspended means you're under house arrest. Remember? Well, it's not like they would know even if I go out. But let's just say I'll be a model student for at least one day.
実家のやつはいいよな僕なんて寮だからある意味晒し者だ
In your case, it's called you reap what you sow. I wonder what that in Japanese is. I doubt they have like the same figure of speech in Japanese.
ゆきねちゃんにも会えないんだよね。
That reminds me, being suspended also means that I can't execute my daily routine of going to the reference room.
そうだ。ここで恋愛の駆け引きだ。毎日顔を出していたのに突然来なくなる。どうしたのかなと心配すると同時に心にぽっかりと穴が開いたような喪失感を覚える。でもってその寂しさの意味を知るんだ。ああ、いつの間にか私角原さんなしじゃ一人で立っていられないようになっていたんだってか。次顔出したらきっと僕の胸に飛び込んでくるぜ。
You know, that is actually how it often goes in stories. So, the idea is actually not all that bad. I've known this for a long time, but he really can be such a cheerful asshole.
そうか、Thank you.
My eyes struggle to open. It's already 11 in the morning. I sluggishly crawl out of the futon and reach for my uniform. Ah, not today. I'm still suspended. I lower my hand and just stand there vacantly. God damn it, reading. House arrest. Right. There's nothing to do. I'm bored. I don't want to stay in this house. Guess I'll go to Sunohara's place. Putting on my casual clothes, I step out to walk on the usual, albeit unusually refreshing route. It's still noon time on a weekday. The passers-by don't pay much attention to me. I could feel their eyes on me quite often when I was wearing the uniform though. Speaking of which, lunch break should be starting at school soon. I think I'll change my direction a little. Oh, are you taking the thug way of getting in? Keeping on moving, I deliberately choose the deserted roads. I'm feeling like a spy today. My appearance isn't the best choice for this environment. If someone finds me, there's going to be trouble. I stick my back to the wall and keep on scouting ahead before making any advancement. And finally, here we go. I lean over through the window and enter my destination. There she is, as always.
Tomoya-san?
Yo. Predictably, she seems surprised seeing me climbing through the window.
今日はいつもと違う登場の仕方ですね。
Well, things happened.
そうですか。ところで、お昼ご飯は食べましたか？
Nope, I was hoping to get fat here.
はい。
After nodding to me, Miyazawa takes out a bag of frozen pilaf. Thank you for explaining that to me. From her cooler box and turns on the portable stove. So no comment on my clothes? She is used to not asking, man. She has dealt with worse. A moment later, the sound of the pilaf being heated can be heard.
喧嘩ですか？
She asks, still facing the stove. Huh?
職員室の前に張り出されていました。角原さんと2人で3日間の停学処分だと。
The hell? There's a notice for that. What? Why? Why? Do they live in the Middle Ages in Japan? Why don't you put them on the on the school grounds and chain them to the wall and then the people throw tomatoes at them or something like that? Now that I think about it, often in movies and cartoons you see people throwing tomatoes and stuff at people. Also in Middle Ages and stuff. How does that work? Although now that I think about it, usually they use tomatoes in today's scenes. Because it wouldn't make any sense in Middle Ages. In the medieval times they had no tomatoes, at least not in Europe. Anywho. So you already knew about that?
はい、すみません。バレバレでした。
She turns her head around to smile at me teasingly. I can only laugh wryly in reply. It wasn't really a fight or anything. I was 100% the victim there. Sunohara deserves it though.
そうなんですか？
Yeah. She reaches for the knob on the stove and turns it off. making a small clicking sound.
お待たせしました。
Holding the paper plate containing the pilaf, she makes her way toward my seat at the table. Thank you. Right after I take the plate from her hand, she sits down in the chair next to me. Then, she turns to the side and gazes at me. What's the matter?
いえ、お気になさらず食べてください。
Well, bon appetit.
はい、どうぞ。
Although he probably said something like itadakimasu or I don't know. Probably not bon appetit. But that's actually also hard to translate. I just wish they were consistent with translations. I know different people translated different routes. But I don't remember. What did they say in the Kotomi route always when they said stuff like itadakimasu, what you say before you eat and stuff like that? Like, thank you for the meal or something like that. I think they said in the Kotomi route, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. Like, it would be cool if we could be a bit consistent with that. And also how you translate stuff like, I don't know, English words in Japanese. Excuse me.
はい。
It's really hard to eat with you looking at me like that.
すみません。
But even after saying that, she doesn't move her eyes away from me. Is there something on my face? Like, is there something on my face? Or is it the love you start to develop for me? Or am I resembling your dead brother? I don't know.
お米がついています。
Rice. I reach my hand to my mouth.
いえ、こっちです。
Miyazawa stretches out her hand, touching my lips. Now, because we didn't already do that in another route. My heart begins to race at the ticklish sensation.
取れました。
Well, at least she behaves more reasonable than Ryo. I'm a fair man. At least she doesn't run around like a headless chicken. Yeah, thanks. Her eyes are now fixed on the grain of rice resting on her finger. Talking about the Ryo route. This writer the exact same thing. Okay. Then, with an unexpected movement, she puts it into her mouth. Shocking.
お米一粒にもしっかり味が染みています。最近の冷凍食品は美味しいですね。
I guess so. Only this time, like, the one blushing is not Ryo, but Tomoya. So we have it the other way around. Still, it's stupid and repetitive. But hey, who am I to say that? Her big smile confuses me. Can my resemblance to her brother really make her act so carelessly in front of me to such a degree? Now I'm feeling conflicted. In the end, she watches me intently until I completely clean my plate. Thanks for the meal.
はい。
I know I talked a lot, but in between the scene, and I apologize for that. But I feel like we can talk a little bit now, so I can explain my points, so nobody's angry at me. Or if you're angry at me, at least be reasonable angry with me. Or for a reason. We could have done this 1,001 ways. We could have done this through many different ways and with that I mean Tomoya realizing that Miyazawa behaves differently towards him than towards others, and that it might not only be his resemblance to her brother. We could have done this in 1,000 ways. What do? One of the most cliched things ever that already happened in another route in this visual novel. Like, it's not even in general, it's like boring and uncreative. It's like, even in this universe, it's boring and uncreative. So, there you go. She takes the empty plate to the kitchen and folds it twice before sending it off to the trash bin. Then she returns to her chair next to me and continues with the observation game. Just what's with you today?
ともやさん、
What's wrong?
お願いがあるんですけど、いいでしょうか。
Go ahead.
少し甘えさせてください。
Hearing that, I turn my eyes down to my lap and then look back at her. She nods. I pull my chair a little away from the table. Is this enough?
はい。それでは失礼します。
Miyazawa lowers her upper body and seats her head on my lap. Want a bad time story today?
いえ、今日はこのままで。
Alright. With that said, I softly caress her hair. Sorry, you don't like
い
it?
え、お兄さんもよく頭を撫でてくれましたので。
I see. I wonder what this whole brother stuff is about. I really want to know that. It's sad that we have to go through all this shit. Sorry. Wanted to not interrupt the scene so much. I've accidentally linked myself with her brother, whom I haven't even met. This action I'm doing right now must have reinforced the equation, me equals onii-san, in her. To be honest, this feels even more complicated than I was expecting. We just stay like that for a while without talking. Eventually, the bell rings, marking the end of lunch break. Miyazawa doesn't show any reaction. I put my ear closer, just to hear small sleeping breaths coming from her. Are you serious? She's either overly careless or overly trusting of me. Or like any normal human being would not expect to abuse her just because she's sleeping. I don't know which I prefer. Oh, that is a good question. I'm like 79, the other way around. 97% convinced that the right thing is to let her sleep. But if it was me, I would wake her up right now. God damn it. Ha. On the one hand, I want to finish this route, like, hopefully soon. So, should I act? But it's actually against my visual novel morals to act against my my personal against the instincts, against the what would I do judgments. Fuck it. Let her sleep. We already acted against that in the cure route. Now we can act against that also here. I try caressing her hair again. But she still shows no sign of waking up. She must be really tired. Her class is about to start, but she's sleeping so soundly. I'd feel bad waking her up now. No, that's an excuse. Maybe I just don't want this to end. A brother, huh? I wonder what he's like. Or even more importantly, how much he understands her. The way those delinquents are idolizing her. Or how she doesn't make any friend at school and instead spends all her time here in this room. If I were her brother, I would never wish her to be like this. That's the bell signaling the start of classes. So not waking her up is actually the right decision. She's turning her body. Did she wake up? Or maybe it wasn't. Nope, she just changed her position. It seems like she's still deeply asleep. The weight and warmth pressing against my thighs, they feel so good. Even my stomach is fulfilled from the lunch she made. The overall satisfaction is pulling my consciousness away. As always, I'm woken up by the sounds of the bell. And right before my eyes...
おはようございます。
Morning. Miyazawa's still there on my lap. She's already woken up, but for some reason she's just lying still.
授業をサボってしまいました。
Yeah,
熟睡していました。
so it
で
seems.
も、智也さんの寝顔が見れました。
And I saw
お
yours.
あいこですか。
Yep, we're even. We both laugh.
6時間目を出席します。
Yeah, that's probably for the best. It's about time for me to leave too.
自宅謹慎中ですね。
Yeah.
来てくれてほっとしました。
Eh?
定額としか張り出されていなかったので、喧嘩とかで怪我をしていたらどうしようかと思って。
Ah, yeah, I see.
チャイムが鳴るまでもう少しあります。まだここにいてもいいですか？
You've been here all this time. Why do you need my permission now? Stay if you want.
では、そうさせてもらいます。
She laughs happily and rests her head on my lap once again. Hey, this isn't the contract.
すみません。つい。
Sensing she's trying to sit up, I put my hand on her head and gently press her down. It's okay. The old contract is still
いい
valid.
んですか？
As long as you don't drool.
その時は謝ります。
Tell me you won't.
はい。垂らしません。
She's now giggling on my lap. I can't help but laughing as well. Until the bell rings again, Miyazawa just lies there with her head resting on my lap. But the class eventually starts, and the whole school sinks into silence. I should be able to sneak out safely now. I step toward the window. Huh? The window is opening on its own. Right after that, the body of a well-built man appears, crouches down, and leans forward over the window frame to get in.
クラショット。もうちょいこの窓でかくならねえかね。
The man uses his big hands to dust off his clothes while looking at me with narrowed eyes. He keeps on staring at me. It's not a glare, nor does it look like he's trying to pick a fight. These are the eyes of an inspector examining his target. What is
お
it?
めえ、見かけねえやつだな。
Isn't that because you're not a student at this
お
school?
めえもだろ。
I am,
私
actually.
服じゃねえか。
I'm under suspension.
定額？この進学校で定額になるようなことするアホがいんのか？
So are you the brother? You speak so calmly and stuff. And all the other thugs have like this gangster Yakuza boss voice. So I don't know. Are you picking a fight with
い
me?
や、そんなつもりじゃねえ。ただこの学校じゃあまりに珍しい人種だろ。
Well, I
これ
guess.
だ。
Hmm?
おめえ、雪音のなんだ？
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
彼しかなんかが。
No, and that's not
だ
it.
ろうな。もしそうだったら、今頃生きちゃいねえよ。
Good point. I feel like he just said something pretty scary. Okay, that was a good one. I suppose this just goes to show how much these people adore Miyazawa. Or perhaps there's an unspoken agreement among them against sneaky advancement on her. Still fixing his eyes on me, the man sits down on a nearby chair. Why are you looking at me like that?
見てたぜ。
Watching what?
雪音に膝枕してただろ。あんなとこ見せられちゃ、入るに入れねえぜ。たく。
When did you start watching us?
おめえがピラフを食い始めたあたりから。
So he's seen almost everything. That aside, what the hell made you sit outside the window watching for over an
で
hour?
だ。
Hmm? The man bends forward, setting his elbows on his knees while putting his chin on interlaced fingers and sharpens his
お
eyes.
めえ、雪音のなんだ？
The same question as before. I'm an upper class man to her. That is all.
単なる先輩で膝枕が。
Huh. He laughs through his
他
nose.
人に甘える雪音なんて久しく見なかったんだがな。
Isn't that just because there wasn't anyone for her to fawn on?
まあな。俺たちじゃ代わりになれなかったからな。
Substitute.
ていうか、 俺たちが先にあいつによくよく考えりゃおかしな話だぜ。タグよ。
Maybe you're not the brother. I'm not sure. Maybe her brother is a fuck as well. Well, that would actually kind of make sense. If, like, her brother was a delinquent, that would be a good reason why she's nice to all the delinquents, saying like they all are good in heart and stuff like that. I guess.
昔のあいつはすっげえ甘えん坊だったのに。
Ah, I see.
本当なら俺たちがあいつを甘えさせてやらなきゃいけなかったのによ。
I don't understand what you are talking about. And what did you mean by
お
substitute?
めえ、なんも知らねえのか。あいつの兄貴のことも。
Okay, so you're not the... Oh, well, that doesn't mean... Okay, I'm shutting up. Miyazawa only told me that I felt like a brother.
なるほどな。
The man slowly nods twice, having seemingly understood everything. Then he raises his eyes to stare at me
そん
again.
なに似てるかね、あいつに。
How should I know?
並べて比べることなんてできねえしな。
Does her brother know about what she's doing right now? If I were her brother, I would never want her to be like she is
同
now.
感だ。あいつだって望みはしねえだろうな。
Can't he stop her?
そりゃ無理だ。
Yeah, you're the brother, okay. So he's scared of confronting the delinquents. What a gutless guy. Suddenly, the world before me shakes violently. My vision is dyed in white for an instant, then in black, and finally covered with a tiled pattern of the floor. My sore, hot cheek is screaming with pain. Son of a...
死んだ奴の悪口を言ってんじゃねえよ。
Ah, he's dead, I see. So, he's not the brother. Okay. So, did he die as a delinquent? I guess we will learn. I'm frozen, still in the middle of getting up off the floor. A dead guy. The man is now standing with his feet apart, looking down at me with a shaking fist. His fierce eyes tell me he's ready to give me another punch. Miyazawa's brother has... He's...
死んだんだよ。もうすぐ1年になる。
So that's how it is. So our brother is no longer in this world. I'm sorry. He was also your friend, right? That's why... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that about him. The man relaxes his fist and throws his butt down onto the chair, all followed by a sigh.
キネが似てるって言った意味がなんとなく分かったぜ。口悪いくせに謝る場所だけは間違えない。憎めねえやつだったよ。たくよ。
Man, I don't know. Sometimes I really hated Tomoya. His eyes are on me, but he's not looking at me. They are chasing after something far away in the past, carrying a certain sense of nostalgia. But suddenly he furrows his brows. What is?
ちんたらしてんじゃねえよ。
I'm not sure which is faster, the words coming out of his mouth or his hand pulling me out of the window.
気のせいか。人の声が聞こえたような気がしたんだが。
Sounds like a teacher just stormed in. The man and I are hiding in the shade of a tree, holding our breath.
危なかったぜ。たくよ。
Thank you, you saved my
ま
ass.
あそこの住人なら足音で危険くらい察知できるようになれ。
That is actually a good point. I'm really good at hearing footsteps. that has a reason though. Like my house or my home, more or less. The floor is creaking really bad. So I hear people from afar, and I'm so used to listen to people coming from places. I also do that in other places, so I'm like always listening to where the footsteps are coming from. I guess that could actually work. I should start working as a spy or something like that. Or a secret service. Probably too unathletic for that, but we could work on that. No, we couldn't. Were you able to hear the teacher coming just now?
お、心の耳で聞くんだよ。
Just what are you people? The Yakuza.
ゆきねちゃんのお兄さんがね。
By the way, I'm sorry that I blabbered too much through the scene. I sometimes plan not to, but just never works out. Sometimes I can't stop myself. So her brother's dead, actually. So is the brother like the garbage guy? You know, the little guy out of garbage in the flashbacks? Or in the what was it called? In the invisible world? Inventional world? In the world of make-believe? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I don't remember what was it called again. You know, the parallel worlds. God damn it. So maybe he's like the little garbage guy. I doubt it though. On the other hand, why not? Maybe these are actual persons. By now I kind of figured like these parallel world persons are not actual persons, but more of like something metaphorical that is going on. Maybe. But maybe these are like actual people. But I guess I shall learn. Yeah.
にしてもお前もやるね。
What are you talking about?
仮にも自宅謹慎中だろ。先行に見つかったらとかって考えなかったの？
I'll think about it when it
よ
happens.
くやるよ。でもあれだね。お前いい人確定っぽいね。
You think so too?
ああ。ゆきねちゃんはお前を通してお兄さんを見てるわけだろ。その時点でお前はお兄さんを超えれてないってことだし、恋愛対象じゃねえよな。
So I'm just a first class pillow.
何それ？
Well, she asked me to lend her my lab to sleep on.
そんな羨ましいこといつしてた？
When you weren't around. Do you expect her and me to do that with you watching?
すんげえジェラシー感じるんすけど。
You don't know even half of the agony of not being able to do anything. I may as well be that.
ああ、そうだね。どんなに頑張ってもいい人だもんね。っていうか、頑張れば頑張るほどいい人か。つまりは、定額明けに僕とお前の決定的な差が見れるわけだな。いい人では超えることのできない絶対的な壁。僕とゆきねちゃんの抱擁を見ても泣くなよ。
Keep blabbing. Here comes the second day of the suspension. My current situation is pretty bleak. I'm leaning my back against the wall, intensely watching my surroundings. I keep my breath light and my ears high.
二手に分かりましょう。そうだな。
Shit! One of them is coming this way. I try to move away without making a single sound. The washroom is this way, but it's a dead end, so I probably should take another route. Maybe it's safer to take refugee in the courtyard. This is bad. Yes, the stage is my school, and right now I'm being chased. The pursuers are none other than respectable teachers. I don't know, most of your teachers really aren't respectable. I was seen trying to climb through the window of the reference room. I should have sneaked in there during lunch break instead. Lunch break has already started. Things are getting worse. If other teachers start joining in the hunt as well, there's no way I can escape. Even better, the students are going to make a ruckus when they see me. Why? Because you're not wearing a school uniform? Yeah, I mean, he could be a crazy man or something. So maybe fair enough, now that I think about it. I should have worn the freaking uniform. It could have helped me blend into the crowd. Anyway, gotta find a way out of here. In the first place, why was I being such an overly honest fool coming to the reference room? Is anyone going to die if I don't go there for one day?
食堂行こうぜ。ああ。
I'm in serious shit now. The main gate is too far from here. I guess going to the reference room is the safer choice for now. Still crouching down, I reach out to open the window from the courtyard side, and then I stay still, waiting. There's no reaction from the other side. At least there doesn't seem to be any teachers around. I put my hands on the window frame and use it as a support to fling myself inside.
いらっしゃいませ。
She's greeting me with a smile.
どうしました？
No, just a bit surprised.
お昼ご飯まだですね。
Yeah.
では作りますね。今日はカレーピラフにします。
Didn't they catch you trying to get in there? So shouldn't they be like figuring out pretty soon that you might have gone there eventually? Okay, I guess. Maybe they'll come. We'll see. Happily swaying her shoulders, Miyazawa takes out a bag of frozen pilaf, along with a frying pan, and stands in front of the portable stove. I rest down on a chair nearby and let out a long breath.
大変でしたね。
Huh?
先生たちに見つかったんですよね。
How do you know that?
先ほど先生が来て、怪しい人が来なかったか聞かれたので。
Someone suspicious, huh? Well, I suppose wandering around the school wearing casual clothes when everyone else is sitting in class does qualify you as suspicious. Even so, how did you know it was me? And how do the teachers not know that you're having, like, the meeting point of every suspicious guy ever here? I mean, your wounded people get actually treated in school. Man, I'm not asking for philosophical explanations. I don't want to know what the human nature is. I don't want to know how the world works. But a little basic logic. Just a little basic logic. I like.
なんとなく
Still handling the frying pan, she turns her head around to look at
で
me.
きました。
The stove makes a small clicking sound as it's turned out. I think I just transformed to a horse. She transferred the curry-infused pilaf to a plate and brings it to me. I know, I fucked up the sentence before, oh well.
どうぞ。
Thanks! I take the spoon she gives me and start digging into my lunch. Miyazawa takes her seat on the opposite side of the table and, just like yesterday, starts gazing at me. You could cut the intimacy with a knife. Even though Miyazawa may only see me as a replacement for her brother. In my eyes, she's the very definition of the female species. Sorry, that sentence was kind of funny. This is not like me at all. I pretend to focus on shoving the pilaf into my mouth to hide my embarrassment. Oh my fucking god! Now that I think about it, sorry that I'm again interrupting the scene, but isn't she like basically how the lady in the parallel world was? Like always doing stuff for the little trash-built guy, always helping him, you know? On the other hand, he's helping her, I guess, too. So maybe it's not them. I guess that would also be too easy. Huh. I pretend to focus on shoving the pilaf into my mouth to hide my embarrassment.
美味しいですか？
Yeah.
よかったです。
Sorry you have to make lunch for me like this all the time.
いえ、気にしないでください。私が好きでしていることですから。
I have to give you something in return later.
美味しそうに食べてくれれば、それが一番のお礼になっています。
That's good enough for you.
はい、十分です。
So I guess you don't need my lap pillow. I grin at her mischievously.
それは、欲しいです。すごく安心できて、暖かくて、だから。
I lightly put my hand on her faltering hat. Wait till I'm done with the meal.
はい。
She nods happily, her cheeks slightly reddened. Time just flows by quietly. The air, tinted with the scent of curry, encircles the two of us. No words are needed. And there's no denying the warmth I'm feeling right now. The scale of our bodily contact is ever so limited. And yet her warmth can be felt so clearly. But that is, by no means, completely satisfactory for me. If anything, it's tightening my chest with an invisible rope. Is this the feeling of impatience urging from me? Just what do I want to do? Am I forever going to be just a replacement for her brother?
ともやさん、
Huh? Miyazawa's gazing up at me from my lap. I thought you were sleeping. She blushes as she nods. I see.
ともやさんは何を考えていましたか？
What makes you ask that? She slowly sits up and looks at me.
すごく遠い目をしていました。悩み事ですか？
It's nothing that
話
serious.
すことで楽になりますか？
I'm not sure. I laugh. Something is going to break if I tell her about it. Something's going to end the instant I speak this out loud. I don't dare to expect any other outcomes for the current state of our relationship and our time together. Yeah, fair enough. As of now, I'm seeing it the same way. You should ask about her brother, though. I think this is a fair question at this point. Those people who keep coming here must be aware of that too. Many of them must have been restraining themselves.
お昼休み終わってしまいました。
On the other hand, maybe it's wrong not to act. At one point, it's maybe too late. Yeah, it's over. Miyazawa slowly rises from my lap, stands up from her chair, and starts moving her body around. Following her, I straighten my legs and begin to do some stretching.
ともやさん、
Huh?
明日なんですけど、また来てもらえますか？
Well, if it won't be a bother to you.
ぜひお願いします。先生に見つかると、ともやさんが大変なのは分かっているんですけど。
I don't know why you insist so much, but yeah, I'll come.
ありがとうございます。
She says that with a hand on her chest, as if in relief. I'll do a better job tomorrow. Those annoying teachers won't even catch a whiff on me.
はい。でも、あまり無理はしないでください。
I know. Miyazawa smiles and bows at my reply. The bell is ringing again, marking the start of the classes, reminding me that she's gone. Guess I'll stay for a bit more to make sure the teachers aren't lurking around before sneaking out. I pick up an old magazine from a shelf and find a seat to kill time. Huh? It's the sound of someone opening the window. I keep my eyes on the window, expecting some macho to appear. But instead, a familiar yellow head is rising into my vision. Sunohara?
よ
What are you doing here? Lunch break is already over.
昼休みには来てたよ。
Huh?
あんな空気の中に入っていけるわけないだろ。
Now everyone is sitting in front of the window, huh? Sunohara says as if sulking. When did you start
ち
watching?
ょうどゆきねちゃんがお前の膝に頭乗せたあたりだね。
So he's seen more than enough.
くしゃお兄さんに似てるからだって分かっててもジェラシーだ。っていうか、あんなの生で見ちゃうとさすがに心配になってきちゃうよ。
What are you talking
お
about?
前がゆきねちゃんの弱みにつけ込んで、いつか狼になっちゃわないかってさ。
Stop talking stupid. I wouldn't be able to walk around at night after doing that to her.
それもそっか。
I think not even during day. Considering how much those guys who keep coming here idolize her, no sane person would dare to touch her that way. To be honest, letting her sleep on my lap is already pushing the paper-thin line between life and death.
で、明日って何なんだろうね。
Isn't your eavesdropping skill a bit too high?
お前が変なことしないように気を配ってただけだよ。
I won't.
結果的にはしなかったね。ま、僕なら多分我慢してなかったと思うけど。
Shrugging his shoulders, Sunohara declares that with a proud tone for absolutely no reason.
何を我慢しねえって？
Ah, there is the dude, huh? Should have expected that, I guess. A rugged voice echoes inside the room.
どこっすか？
Even I get on my feet and start looking around the
こ
room.
こだ。
The sound of rustling fabric rises from under the table as a big man crawls out. It's the guy who came yesterday. Sunohara contorts his face while I take a step back. When did you get here?
まったくよ。昼休み始まって速攻できて、ゆきねと話してたんだけどよ。いきなり先行が来たもんだから隠れたんだ。そしたら次におめえが来て。
What are these? What kind of tables are these that they can hide under them and nobody sees them? He's now glaring at me. Whoops.
その上昨日みてえな空気作りやがって。また出られなかっただろうが。たくよ。
I didn't notice him at all. So does that mean he was right next to my feet when I was lending my lap to
ゆき
Miyazawa?
ねもゆきねだぜ。完 全に俺のこと忘れてやがって。
Yeah, that seems super likely. Maybe to relieve the pain from crouching for too long, the man lightly hits his midsection and starts stretching. He relaxes his shoulders, takes a breath, and starts looking at Sunohara. No glaring at Sunohara, to be... okay. No, glaring at Sunohara, to be exact.
何を我慢しねえんだ？あ？
それはですね、
Sunohara is screaming for help with his eyes. You wouldn't be able to hold your beastly desires in, right?
お岡崎てめえ
金髪！おめえちょっとこっち来いや！
引っ張らないで服破けちゃうってそっち窓っすよ
Sunohara is trying to resist, albeit in vain, as the man grips his collar firmly and pulls him toward the window. A few seconds later, they go out through the window, vanishing from my vision. Wow. The overly vivid sound of a blow echoes through the air.
たくよ。
Having done his work, the man again climbs inside. He really had that one coming. Where is Sunohara?
痛いってことは生きてるってことだよね
His shaking hand can be seen holding onto the window frame, accompanied by his faint
で
voice.
だ。
The man raises his voice, pulling my attention to
お
him.
めえも明日来るんだな。
Also, more importantly, is something gonna happen tomorrow? Now that I think about that, it's the first time Miyazawa's asked me to come. His eyes are soaked with sorrow as he answers my
来
question.
りゃわかる。
Oh, okay.
今日みてえに先行に追い回されるような間抜けなことすんなよ。
I won't. So you guys are coming as well tomorrow.
ああ、まあな。
That means she didn't ask me to come because I'm special or
な
anything.
んだあからさまにがっかりしたような面しやがって。
I'm not.
大方、俺だけ特別に呼ばれたわけじゃないとかって考えてんだろ。
Ugh. This overly pinpoint guess crumbles my
か
calm
なり
face.
特別だと思うぜ。
Huh?
明日呼ばれるってのは部外者にしてみりゃ特別だ。
What is tomorrow?
来りゃわかる。
With that said, the man steps to the window. Leaving already.
ああ、Yukineも今日はもう来ねえだろうしな。
Lifting a leg over the window, he turns his head around to answer.
じゃあ、明日な。
After his short words, the man jumps away from the window.
ああ、悪い。踏んづけちまったな。
Sorry, I pushed the wrong button here and started to record my screen instead of the game. My bad. But yeah, the scene was over anywhere where that happened, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So, I was told the visual novel is like 1.5 hours, 2 hours to go. So I guess the next episode will be the final one. I wonder what he is invited to now. I mean, I was told we will learn about the light orbs. But to be honest, I have no idea what all of this has to do with the light orbs. I mean, I could imagine stuff what the light orbs are for. Like, I have a few theories in that case. For example, what I could imagine, and I'm not saying that it's probably likely. I'm just saying I could imagine that maybe all of these different light orbs you're getting are, I don't know, are portraying a lesson you learned, for example, in that specific route. And maybe all of that except like the Nagisa route isn't even real or something like that. That would be a possibility, for example. And there are thousands of theories and none of them I can confirm nor deny as of now. But what the light orbs have to do with Yukine, I have no idea. So I guess next episode shall be interesting. I gotta say, at least the plot is going forward now and it's not just stuck on the whole we're going to the reference room stuff. So, thank you everybody for watching. Come back for the final of the Yukine route. And I shall see you then. Bye bye.